What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, and this video is a little bit late. I usually like to try to get this video up around 1 o'clock, but I was waiting and hoping that the Cardinals would release their injury report, but here we are at about 1:30, and I haven't seen it yet. So, honestly, the Arizona injury report was so short that it's somewhat unlikely that there will be much impactful, but I'll keep an eye out for it, and if there is something of note on it, I'll make a second video a little bit later today. But I think we all understand that the Cardinals were very healthy outside of injured reserved players, so we're just going to go ahead and move forward, looking only at the Seahawks side of things. So, Seahawks injury report, it's actually very short, but potentially very impactful. So let's take a look at a few things here. Nemhauser has the latest. And as you can probably already tell, it's a very short list of game statuses. You have one player out, and it's Stone Forsythe, who will not play at all in an ideal circumstance, right? He's the backup right tackle, and I guess he's the backup left tackle, but not really worried about that. He's been out for a while. Not surprising, not impactful, really. You can even make an argument that the difference between Forsythe and Mike Jarrell is minimal at this point. And nobody is doubtful, and only two players are questionable. Unfortunately, they're two very important players. You've got Ken Walker. Ken Walker with the ankle and calf injury is questionable. And you've also got Michael Dickson, the punter. So both of those could matter. Ken Walker's obviously the more important one of the two. McDonald was asked about Walker, and he said, I don't know right now, which doesn't fill me with confidence. When I hear, I just don't know right now, that makes me think that this is something that could really, keep him out or keep him very limited, and it's not what we need for this extremely important game. And remember, it's two different injuries, right? It's an ankle and a calf. So even if he gets through one, it doesn't necessarily mean he'll be able to get through the other. So you're looking at potentially Charbonnet, McIntosh, and apparently Helani is healthy now, so you could activate Helani and finally get to see him. But this team has shown they are very, very hesitant to trust McIntosh with anything, and obviously Helani's never played in the NFL. So I don't know how good we feel about that. Again, we can't really run the ball anyway, so I'm not going to act like it's the end of the world. But I know we'd all rather have Walker out there. So that's the big one. The other one would be, of course, Michael Dickson. And they think that Dickson will be ready to go for Sunday. McDonald says they expect Dickson to be available. We did sign a backup punter to the practice squad just in case. Look for him to maybe get activated along with Helani. Connor Benintendi has this tweet from a couple hours ago with the signing of Ty Zentner, or Zentner. He may look familiar to you because he was punting for the Rams a few weeks ago. We actually blocked one of his punts when we played the Rams a few weeks ago. So we know what he looks like. And he can punt. He's done some punting in his career, obviously. This isn't a Jason Meyer situation where you're just hoping he can competently punt. We know he can punt, but certainly no Michael Dickson. And it's not just punting. There's an impact on holding extra points and field goals as well. I think Brady Russell will do that if Dickson can't go, but ideally you want Dickson to go. So it sounds like he will be able to play. Now, the injury report is also notable for what is not here, right? The injury report is also notable for what's not here. Leonard Williams, no concerns. DK Metcalf doesn't show up. So those guys are ready to go. Brady Russell, we just mentioned him as the potential holder. No designation, so he's fine. Abe Lucas, no concerns. Ernest Jones, good to go. Uchenna Nwosu, that's one of the big ones, right? Because he hasn't played in months. Not listed, means he's good to go. So this injury report is very, very positive, but at the same time, there's one very notable TBD. That Ken Walker injury, I mean, Again, it's not like we can run the ball anyway, but I'd rather have him out there than any other player pretty much. I wouldn't trade Walker for anybody except one of the, top 3 backs in the league. So, better him than anybody else. And that's all we have on the Seahawks side of things. Let me check to see if Arizona's released anything in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, no, just checked. They're slow playing it, I guess. But again, the injury report they had was pretty short anyway, so I wouldn't expect anybody to be missing the game of significant importance. All right, so I guess that'll do it for this video. A little bit shorter than the typical injury report video, but when only one team's playing ball, then you go with what you got. All right, mostly good news, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. Apparently, Helani is being activated from the practice squad. The new punter will probably join him. McDonald said that Nwosu would not get a full workload, which I think we all pretty much knew. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks.